What I did not know then is that ease and normalcy and niceness are not as important to Jesus as obedience, perseverance, and sacrifice. I didn't know then that easy and normal and nice would do little to build my character and make me a better and more complete human being. Somewhere off the rose-petaled path where easy, normal, and nice bloom, true beauty lives in the mud. But only the lucky few of us who step off the path will find it. My luck began when God picked me up off the comfortable path I had paved for myself and drop-kicked me into the mud. In the beginning, all I wanted to see was the grime on my clothes and the dirt on my hands. But because of God's grace, I finally stopped looking for a way back to my own plans. And the farther I stepped from that pretty path of easy, normal, and nice, the more clearly I could see the beauty He was creating all around me. Far from my simple expectations of parenting, I discovered a richness and depth of life available to everyone. I began to trust. In fact, I no longer needed to see beauty ahead of me in order to take a step toward it. I began to walk in the wilderness of God's love, and with each step, I watched His perfect will for my life unfold around me. The 3 children Josh and I have the privilege of parenting today are not the ones I would have found on the path I had set out for myself. They are my wildflowers, pushing their way through the dirt and stretching up to the sun. My wildflowers have required me to be a certain kind of wild myself, the kind of wild I couldn't have become on my own. Today, I can see I was created for profound experiences, far beyond the reach of simple expectations. So were you. I look back on the past 10 years, and there's little, if anything, I'd change about my journey. Every decision, celebration, and mistake have been pieced together in a map of grace that has led me to the life I have the honor of living today. But if I could, I would go back in time and talk to my 24-year-old self. I would tell her to stop praying to get pregnant and to start asking God for a heart that beats like His. A heart that insists on beating to a rhythm other than God's can be a broken and aching heart indeed. It can be a painful process to change the rhythm of one's heart to match the rhythm of the heartbeat of God. A la-dub to a ba-bum. But I wouldn't trade the experience for anything else. Even now, as I write these words, I'm taken aback. These are the words, the truth, I need to be reminded of day after day, because this is what I know. I have heard the Lord's heart beat the loudest while walking in the wilderness, far from the easy path I stepped out on years ago. Chapter 1. This was not the plan. "She's here," I said to my husband Josh on the other end of the phone. I could hear music in the background and pictured him sitting on our white couch at home, his laptop beside him. I was calling from a tiny hospital waiting room just outside the labor and delivery unit. Brightly colored chairs lined the stark white walls. Other than the muted TV flashing the day's most important news stories, I was alone. "That was quick," Josh said. "Did you make it there for the birth?" "Just barely. When Mom and I walked through the door, Harmony was ready to push. 10 minutes later, Callie was born. It was surreal." I brought my feet up onto the chair and rested my head on my knees. It was a beautiful spring evening, yet a chill came over me. I hugged my knees to my chest and began to shiver. "Well, congratulations, Auntie." Josh's joy was met with my silence. His voice got soft. "Are you okay?" I felt the knot in my throat begin to grow as my eyes welled with tears. I sat there silently holding the phone with one hand, wiping away tears with the other. "Babe, are you there?" he asked gently. "Yes, I'm here," I said in a weepy whisper. "I'm just so sad. It should have been me. It was my turn. This is just not fair. I don't understand." And I let the floodgates open, my head on my knees, my phone drenched with tears. "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Josh knew better than to try to fix this unfixable situation. If there's one thing he had learned about me during our years of infertility, it was that sometimes I just wanted to be sad. Sometimes the possible solutions he'd throw my way would make me want to